All right, fellow babies, welcome back to Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. Welcome to our Patreon patrons and YouTube subscribers who are getting this real time. For those of you who aren't doing either of those, or even if you are doing those things, stick it to Amazon, please. It's free. Link your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch Prime account. We have instructions on how to do that in the description for the show below. And you have to renew that every month or so. So if you haven't done it in the last month, please remember, click on the show description, read the instructions, link those two accounts. We get paid. You stick it to Amazon. It costs you nothing.
This episode of Pachter Factor is brought to you by DeShazer Ryan Realty. Right now, Doug DeShazer has beautiful lots available adjacent to Koocanusa Lake in northwest Montana. Pull up your RV and access the hookups, or build your own construction. Either way, you have access to world-class fishing, hunting, boating, swimming, biking, hiking, and the internet. No matter where you're looking to buy, make Doug DeShazer your real estate consultant at 406-291-1643. That's Doug DeShazer at 406-291-1643.
Okay, today's question comes from YouTube from That Gamer. When 2024 is said and done, which is more likely to happen? PS5 sales begin to slow down, Xbox Series has a massive rebound, and the successor to Switch has a disappointing launch. Wow. PS5 will not see sales grow until they cut price, and they're just not doing it. Nintendo has kind of been the leader in not cutting price by bundling desirable software, Mario Kart or Zelda or Pokemon or something with Super Mario Wonder with the console, and even they're seeing a slowdown in sales, and that's fine. I mean, they've got 6 full years of console cycle. Sony just hasn't cut price, and so until you see that thing drop to $300, I don't think there's a chance that sales grow year over year. Xbox, no chance are they going to have a massive rebound because they're pushing Game Pass and they don't care. And the successor to Switch is going to be good and priced well. And my guess is it'll be priced the same as the Switch, so either $299 or $349. And my guess is that the Switch will drop to $199 and $249 for the OLED. So it'll probably be $199 for the regular Switch console version, $249 for OLED, and $299 or $349 for the new Switch 2. And they'll sell a buttload of Switch 1s. So I don't think that's going to be disappointing because the price point's great. And as long as Sony's charging more than the Switch 2, and they are right now, I mean, if I'm right about Switch 2, there's no way they don't have a massive slowdown. I think that really the success of Switch 2 is going to depend on the software support. So Zelda as a launch title, 100% happening. Will they have Mario Kart 9? And I think they will. Mario Kart 8 came out in 2014. So 10 years. I mean, who are these guys? Rockstar? No, they're not. So if Switch 2 has Mario Kart 9 as an exclusive, not available on Switch 1, only available on Switch 2, sales will go through the roof. They will sell those things out. I could be wrong. They might not be ready with it. I could be too early. 10 years may not be enough for Mario Kart, but last I checked, Nintendo hasn't been making console games for 80 years, and they've done 8 versions of Mario Kart. So Mario Kart 9 shouldn't take more than 10 years. It's coming this year. So I don't know. I mean, that's my answer. Xbox is just not going to... They can cut price, but they don't care. Sony won't cut price until the new CEO is put in place. And even then, that's a risk because they barely make money on a PlayStation 5. And I'm not sure they're willing to lose money on the PS5. So that's the problem, is it's still a very expensive box to make. And like I said, Xbox Series, Microsoft doesn't care, and they'll push the S over the X. So I don't see a massive rebound. I see a continued decline for everybody, and Switch 2 being great. So I think Nintendo is going to launch a Switch 2 that's a console. I think it'll actually be a box instead of a handheld device that goes in a box. And the handheld device will play and be your controller for the TV experience. So the handheld thing will take over and be the display and won't have as much power, but it's a small screen and you can have an OLED screen. The console version will have a lot more power because there'll be a GPU built into it and it'll be plugged into the wall, and will power your TV with the Switch controller, and you just gonna have to select on the screen, or with buttons, I want to play the TV version, and then it'll display your TV. I still think they can do it for $349.
Wow.
Because I think the handheld device will essentially be a Switch. And one thing they could do with the Switch too, the box could drive the TV game, and every Switch could work portably. So you could do that, right? So the game's still available on the handheld device, but if you want to play on your TV, Mario Kart 8 or 9, which you're going to want to play, you have to have the box. So maybe you only buy the box, and all Switches are the controller for the box, and all Switches will also play a portable version of the game. So you download the game to the Switch. I mean, again, the tech will allow this. I think you have to make new titles exclusive to Switch 2 to sell Switch 2. I agree with you, Shane, that if they make everything backward compatible, nobody will buy the Switch 2. And that's really the story of PlayStation 5. Everything but a handful of games has been backward compatible. And even though it's sold 50 million units, that's not that impressive after 4 Christmases, sorry. So I don't think Nintendo's going to do that. I think Nintendo's going to make new titles exclusive. They're going to have a new version of Zelda remastered that works on the Switch 2 that'll be beautiful and no lag, and they will probably bundle it with the Switch 2, because they can. So there's lots of things they can do to drive sales. We'll see. I'm guessing on what it's going to be, because I think it's got to be different enough that Nintendo can't just say, here's a new and improved Switch, and yet you have to buy exclusive software. The way to do it is, the handheld version doesn't have to be that beautiful, because its screen's so small that you can get away with a cheap internal GPU. You could, like I said, make any Switch 1 be the controller, but if you buy the Switch 2 box, maybe they do that. The Switch 2 box is $349 and you need a Switch to work it. And the old Switch, we'll make the old Switch $149. So anybody who's got a Switch, they can do it. Anybody who doesn't can buy one. Maybe that's a brilliant way to do it. Let's see. Let's give Nintendo some credit that they're smart and they'll figure it out. I think they are. Thanks for joining us on Pachter Factor on SIFTD.net. If you are a Patreon subscriber, thank you. If you're a YouTube subscriber, thank you. You got this real time. If you are either of those or neither of those, please stick it to Amazon and link your Twitch Prime account to your Amazon Prime account. This is your one chance to stick it to somebody, make them pay for a benefit you get. Take advantage.